For the few people that are following, I've got some bad news for you. I'm sorry about this, but... Alright folks, I tried, I really did, but it's just not working out. It's either have my audio sound like this... Okay, let's see... Or like this. And his company of zero today, and... if I'm breathing, then I must be doing something right. So I guess we're just gonna have to settle for the next best thing, which is Pokemon Fire Red. So I'll just, as we go along, describe all the differences from the original and this Elemane's creation. So I really did try. It's just never worked out for me. So just go with it. I'm sorry, really, I am.
But we can't begin this episode on a bad note. On a good note, I did find a new mic, as you can probably tell. What's up, interwebs? Fox Magic and his company of zero today, and I probably should have worn some better wardrobes today. But I suppose, as always, I'm breathing, so I must be doing something right. But anyway, welcome back to, or no, not welcome back. Welcome to Pokemon Fire Red, and I'm just going to be continuing from where I stopped in Blaze Red. If you recall, in Blaze Red, we got to Professor Oak's lab. We got ourselves our own Pokemon, and I don't think really anything has changed. I still have Charmander as my starting Pokemon, but the difference is Charmander in Blaze Red was a girl, and now it's a boy here. And Kai is a reference to an anime. The nickname I gave it. But anyway, talk to this person. You can also find this person in the Blaze Red. Hi, I work at a Pokemart. It's part of a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit us in City. Here, I know. I'll give you a sample. Here you go. And he gives you a free potion. This is still in Blaze Red, so those of you who are playing Blaze Red, don't worry. There's not much change here. Although, you will find that Blaze Red does do a complete 180 in terms of plot twists. Speaking of which... No, not speaking of which. Never mind. I'm being an idiot. But anyway, I think now would be the best time to make up for lost time. I will be going over the bios for this route and the starter Pokemon, so hang tight. Rookies, you might want to be starting to take some notes here, because this is important. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, we have at the top the evolutionary stages. That's self-explanatory. Really, I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. But now we're going to move on to the stats. This is very important to how the Pokemon works. Hit points, or HP, that refers to how much damage the Pokemon can take before it finally faints. Attack refers to how much damage that a physical attack can do to an opponent. And defense is basically how much damage an opponent can do to you with a physical attack. Special attack is basically how much damage a special attack move can do to an opponent, and special defense is the exact same thing as defense, basically how much special attacks will do to you. And speed is how fast the Pokemon is in general. Now, how about the Pokemon? Bulbasaur is a very good grass type. Bulky, slow, but it is a good Pokemon. It gets a poison subtype later on in the game. And Charmander. Charmander is also a good Pokemon to have in your inventory as well. Again, very bulky, but it is really fast later on. I guess it gets pretty fast later in the game. And it does gain a flying type, flying subtype. So those of you who want flying type later in the game, that's a good idea to have. And finally, we have Squirtle. Squirtle is a bulky water type, really can take some hits. I would, again, recommend this Pokemon Again, although I would recommend all three of them, either way, it's your choice. Whatever one you want is your choice. Alright, hold on a second. Now, if you noticed, the Charmander-Bulbasaur transition didn't really turn out very well, as you can probably tell. I know this for a fact, and I'd just like to say, I went through hell and back to make these episodes, so please don't say anything. And if you still have something to say about it, well, my response will be brief and blunt.
Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
Now, this didn't really apply in the last bio because they're the starter Pokemon, but in addition to your basic battling stats, the HP, the attack, defense, and all that, you also have the Pokemon's wild encounter stats. This is basically represented by find rate, which is how many likely times out of 100 you will find this Pokemon, and the catch rate, which is a number between 0 and 255, but it's usually not less than 10. This number gets plugged into a huge problem. Looks something a little like this. I know, bear with me, it doesn't look pretty, but I'm not going to discuss it, but that's basically the likelihood of you catching the Pokemon. But now let's see what these Pokemon are like. These aren't really the best of Pokemon, so I would pass on both of them. There are better Pokemon later on in the game. Okay, so now that you know the workings of the bios, let's keep on going, I guess. Alright, let's Now you're going to find in Blaze Red that wild encounters will be a lot more abundant, and I don't know if you can buy repels just yet, so until then you're going to have to suffer through it. But out here we have a potion in the older version, actually blue, red, and yellow. You'd actually have to go to the base of the tree and hit the enter button, or hit the A button to actually get it. But anyway, let's talk to this old curmudgeon. And yes, curmudgeon is a word. It means bad-tempered or surly person. It's a noun. It means bad-tempered or surly person. Google definition. Actually, yes, I actually Googled the definition of curmudgeon. I absolutely forbid you to go through here. This is private property, but anyway. Yeah. He won't let you. I absolutely forbid you to go through here. This is private property, you old curmudgeon of a man. And yeah, whatever. I'm gonna stop making a complete and utter fool of myself. But anyway, let's progress. Hey, you came from Pallet Town. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? You would just entrust any random person off the street with a parcel that is intended for Oak. Could have millions of valued dollars. Could be valued as millions of dollars in the Pokemon world. And you're entrusting it to him. Are you absolutely sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Sucker! I'm going to run away to a mystical, magical land somewhere far away, and it'll disappear the moment you try to find it, and you'll never be able to find it at all. And I'll take this package, open it, reverse engineer it, and sell it as my own for twice the price of what you would have bought for this. No. I'm sorry. That was just a little over the top. I just took that too far. But yeah, we have these little ledges. Yes, you have them in Blaze Red as well. You can jump over them too. So, yeah, I guess that's helpful too. Although, I don't know if you can run yet, but that's beyond the point. Let's continue on this game. Oh, Matt, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you in the 5-10 minutes that we've actually owned it. Okay, whatever. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? And we deliver Oak's parcel. Ah, it's the custom Pokemon. I had it on order. Thank you. Now, speculations say that this is the Master Ball, but there's no logical proof of this, so you're left in total darkness about this. But in Blaze Red, he does give you the parcel to hold on to, so you might have a bit of a theory from Elamane's point of view. So anyway, let's keep going. Gramps! I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk, there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Matt and Gary, take these with you. And we received the Pokédex. Now, for those of you playing Blaze Red, you won't exactly have a Pokédex unless you can speak French. Yeah. Elimane freaking forgot to translate the Pokédex in Blaze Red. Thank you, Elimane. Freaking French. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I ain't against anybody, any particular race. But anyway, you can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching some wild Pokemon. And yes, you do get Pokeballs, your free 5 Pokeballs in Blaze Red as well. So I suppose that's helpful. Well, whatever, it's supposed to... It matches the... Never mind, I'm gonna stop before I make a fool of myself again. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and you try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't get the job done, you lazy sack of crap. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. I hate to say it, Matt, but you won't be necessary for this. You douchebag. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Matt. Douchebag! Ha, don't bother coming around my place after this. Douchebag! That's douchebaggery of the highest degree! But what do we do as soon as he leaves? We go straight to his house. Gramps asks you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this'll help you. And we receive the map. Also in Blaze Red, you can receive the map, however you cannot access the map. Graphical limitation, as I assume, but beyond the point, that's... I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Something about it just... You can't. Some aspect of it just doesn't allow you to access the map. But anyway, let's just keep on going. I'll meet you back over there and... What the frickin' hell? And my color sight, but I'll stand all night and I'll waiting for my Katie dear. Alright, we're back in Viridian City. Now, there's a Pokemon I want to catch due to my Pokemon starter choice. Because it's a fire type and the next upcoming gym is a rock type gym. You all know it fairly well, I'm sure. So don't ask me. So let's figure out what Pokemon that is, shall we? First up, out here in Route 22, you can find Mankey, and Mankey is a very good Pokemon for those of you who chose Charmander. I would definitely recommend it to you people, although I would recommend it to anybody no matter what starter Pokemon you chose. Very good attack, very good speed, but more to the point is a fighting type Pokemon, which is going to come in handy in the rock type gym that is coming up here in the next episode. Next up, we have Spearow, and Spearow is a good alternative to Pidgey if you were looking for a better flying type Pokemon other than Pidgey. Good attack, very aggressive Pokemon. I would definitely recommend it to anybody, no matter what you have. Alright, now that we've have the bios out of the way, I should probably say exactly why I chose Charmander. Sorry, I scratched my face there for a second. You're probably going to hear me bump the mic a few times. But anyway, I should probably tell you exactly why I chose Charmander. Charmander was more of a sentimental choice because my brother and I, we used to... one as a girl. Come on, give me a boy. But anyway, back when my brother and I, we were kids, and we were the only 2 kids in our family. I have 3 other siblings. Nathaniel and I used to be the only 2 for about 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, something like that. Like 4. Actually, yeah, 4 years it was. But anyway, him and I, we used to do this make it up as you go along sort of pretend game. And basically it was based upon Pokemon. And still a girl! I'm sorry, I'm very choosy about my Pokemon. I have to have it a certain way, otherwise it's terrible. But anyway, me and my brother, we used to... Damn it! We used to have this game, and I used to be Charmander, he used to be Squirtle. It was based upon the anime, basically. So basically, I was Ash's Charmander, he was Ash's Squirtle. And yeah, we used to really get into that. It was a fun game. But nowadays, they don't even base it off of Pokemon anymore. I mean, they still do it. And Nathaniel has brought my other two siblings into it. And they've introduced characters that I don't even know that don't even have any relationship to Pokemon whatsoever. In fact, for that matter, they don't even relate to each other. Like, they've added Homer Simpson, Mario, and Kirby. Oh, I should also mention that I caught a Pidgey, or not a Pidgey, Spearow, off screen. I was looking for that, and we catch Mankey. And I finally get a male Mankey. Again, I'm sorry, I'm very choosy with my Pokemon. I don't know, there's just something about it. I can't have a female that looks like that. But anyway, clearly you know the reference. But anyway, yeah, that's why I chose Charmander. Because my brother and I used to do that little game, and I used to be Charmander. And, well, I think now I'll heal up, and I guess I'll meet you in the... Oh, okay. Heal your Pokemon Center. But anyway, free service here. You just go in here, you tell her you want to heal your Pokemon, say yes, and she heals your Pokemon for you. Everybody knows that. I don't have to explain that, I'm sure. But I suppose that's gonna do it for this episode. In the next episode, we will continue on to Pewter City through the Viridian Forest. And we'll explain a few different details with Pokemon Blaze Red and Fire Red that are completely different. See you guys in the next episode.